welcome to the evening news. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. President Bola Tinubu has said that the economy is undergoing the necessary reform and retooling to serve the people better and more sustainably. President Tinubu made a statement during the national broadcast on the occasion of the 64th independence anniversary of Nigeria. The president further said his administration decided to reform the political economy and defense architecture, given the critical juncture the country found itself upon taking over the leadership of the country 16 months ago. The president lamented that Nigeria found itself in a precarious situation because of the missed opportunities and mistakes of the past, while calling on Nigerians not to allow mistakes to follow the country into the future. He said the economy faced many headwinds consequent upon security impairment upon his assumption of office. According to him, the country is at this crossroad where it must choose between two paths: reform for progress and prosperity, or carrying on business as usual and collapse. President Tinubu said he decided to reform the Nigeria's political economy and defense architecture, adding that if the country did not correct the fiscal misalignment that led to the current economic downturn, it will face an uncertain future and the peril of unimaginable consequences. President Bola Tinubu says his administration is taking appropriate measures to reduce the cost of living. The president said this in his Independence Day broadcast today. He said the central concern of the people is the high cost of living, especially food costs, assuring Nigeria that his administration is implementing measures to reduce the cost of living. President Tinubu commended the governors of Kebbi, Niger, Jigawa, Kwara, Nasarawa, and the Southwest governors that embraced the agricultural production program of his administration. He also urged other states to join the federal government in investing in mechanized farming, noting that they are playing their part in supplying fertilizer and making tractors and other farm equipment available. It will be ruled that the Federal Executive Council establishing a local assembly plant for 2,000 John Deere tractors, combined harvesters, disc riders, bottom plows, and other farm implements. However, the federal government is ready to assist the 36 states and FCT in acquiring CNG buses for cheaper public transportation. President Bola Tinubu has announced a 30-day National Youth Conference to empower young Nigerians and harness their creative energy for a better future. President Tinubu made an announcement in a national broadcast to commemorate the 64th Independence Anniversary. The target of the conference is to address the challenges and opportunities facing young people and bring together representatives from across the country to develop solutions and social justice. The president reasoned that youth, making up over 60% of the population, will be at the forefront of shaping policies that impact their lives. He said he also assured the conference outcome and recommendations will be thoroughly considered and implemented by the government. According to him, the government is also embarking on 3 million technical talent programs to build Nigeria's technical talent backbone and the Nigerian education loan for funding, providing affordable loans for tertiary institutions. The National Assembly member, Akinlayo Kolawole, has called for more selfless service and sacrifices from Nigerian leaders to accelerate the rapid development of the country. Mr. Kolawole, a member of the House of Representatives representing the Ekiti North Federal Constituency 2, stated that the country development must be a collective agenda of all and sundry, irrespective of our political inclinations and backgrounds. In a statement by the lawmaker on the occasion of the 64th anniversary of Nigeria's independence, he urged all Nigerians to continue to put Nigeria ahead of other personal agenda in their daily activities. The celebration of the country's 64th independence anniversary called for sober reflection and at the same time stock-taking to examine where Nigeria was in the past and where it is now in order to chart a new course for the future. As Nigeria marked the 64th independence anniversary today, a group coalition for Nigeria, for concerned Nigerian citizens, has trooped to the streets of Osogbo in protest against what they termed as inhuman policies of President Bola Tinubu. The protesters, who came out in their numbers, converged on the Mandela Freedom Park, Osogbo, Osun State, where they moved to other parts of the state chanting solidarity songs. While addressing the gathering, some of the leaders of the group, including Comrade Adeleke and Azan Oluwatobi, among others, said the demonstration is a continuation of the End Bad Governance protest held in August because the president has refused to rescind his anti-masses policies, causing untold hardship on Nigerians. Security agencies, including Nigeria Police, the Nigeria Civil Defense Corps, the Federal Road Safety Corps, as well as other paramilitary groups were on ground to maintain law and order and ensure that the protest is not hijacked by hoodlums. The state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Honorable Sunday Bisi, has described a member representing Ayedire Iwo-Olaoluwa, Honorable Mudashiru Lukman, as an epitome of quality representation who has prioritized interests of his constituents by delivering dividends of democracy. Honorable Bisi, who stated this at the empowerment program organized by the lawmaker in Iwo, called for more support for the People's Democratic Party in the state, by flagging off the distribution of the items, which include writing materials, instructional materials, as well as empowerment items such as motorcycles, deep freezers, grinding machines, and cash grams. Honorable Sunday Bisi commended Honorable Mudashiru for making the interest of his constituents top priority, irrespective of religious belief and party affiliations. When speaking, Honorable Mudashiru Lukman highlighted some of his achievements members of his constituency have benefited from. His representation to include scholarship award to hundreds of students in the university and colleges of education across the country, provision of street light to complement the infrastructure drive of Governor Adeleke, among others. Some of the beneficiaries of the empowerment program expressed appreciation to Honorable Mudashiru for prioritizing their interests, adding that the gesture will go a long way in ameliorating their suffering amidst daunting challenges of economy. Head coach Bankole Oluwokere has listed Captain Taiwo Afolabi and forwards Harmony Chidi and Peace Effiong in the 21-woman Flamingo roster for this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup final in the Dominican Republic. The clinical Chidi scored 13 of the team's record-setting 25 goals in the qualifying series as the bronze medalist from the last edition of the championship in India barnstormed their way past Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, and Liberia in the Continental Championship. Petite midfielder Afolabi will lead the midfield alongside Farida Abdul Wahab, Shakirat Moshood, and Ayomide Rotimi, while first-choice goalkeeper Christiana Uzoma will have Silva Echedo and Elizabeth Boniface pushing her to her best all the time. Taiwo Adegoke leads the 6 other defenders, with Harmony Chidi leading 6 other forwards, including Peace Effiong. Nigeria will compete in Group A of the 16 nation finals and alongside host nation Dominican Republic, Ecuador, and New Zealand. The delegation of Flamingo will depart the shores of Nigeria aboard a Turkish Airlines today for a 2-week training tour in Santo Domingo, capital city of Dominican Republic, ahead of the commencement of the tournament. The United Nations Security Council has voted unanimously to extend the mandate of the Kenya-led multinational force helping to tackle gang violence in Haiti after brushing all calls from Haiti to start talks on transforming into the organization's peacekeeping mission. According to the final draft obtained by the Associated Press, China and Russia succeeded in eliminating the paragraph in the resolution that acknowledged the call by the President of Haiti Transitional Presidential Council at the UN General Assembly to start a discussion on moving to peacekeeping force. Nearly 400 Kenyan officers are now in Haiti, joined by nearly 24 police officers and soldiers from Jamaica. The officers fall significantly short of 2,500 pledged by various countries, including Chad, Benin Republic, Bangladesh, Barbados. For the mission, it is also seriously short of funding. And that ends the evening news on OSBC TV. Please join us at 7 for the major report.